Today I got a new prop that I'll share with you. I haven't even opened the box yet. This is some type of a device that will allow me to record videos, and the phone, I'll be able to record them with my phone, and they will, apparently this thing connects to the phone, and I'll be able to walk around, and this little device here will follow me around. The reason I do that is because I remember what it was like to be in prison for so long that there was a lot I couldn't see. I couldn't see things in the world. I mean, you could watch television, but I didn't watch a lot of television. But, you know, I wanted to see real life. I remember my wife, Carol, who I married inside of a prison, used to send me images or pictures of houses and where she was staying. And it used to just really blow my mind to see how much space people had in society. I mean, like right here where I'm working, I work from home, and this is my home office. It's like a studio. You'll see that I'm deeply committed to creating content to help as many people in prison prepare for success upon release. And that requires me to work all the time. So I typically start my day at 4 in the morning. I work all day. I break to go for exercise. I live in Orange County, California, and typically go run by the ocean in Dana Point, which is like about 3 miles from my house. And just whenever I'm out there, I'm always feeling this sense of gratitude for where I am, but I'm also trying to connect with people who are watching our videos, because I know what the challenges they're going through. And most of my audience are people in prison. They don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to the things that we take for granted. And you know, like I was saying, when my wife used to send me images, I used to just stare at them and wonder, that's a lot of space, because you become kind of disoriented when you've been in prison for many years. And of course, by the time I was building my relationship with Carol, I'd already been in prison for about 20 years. So everything was kind of new to me when she'd send me these images, and I wanted to experience them. So I buy this new technology so that I could weave into some of our other videos this what's called B-roll footage, and show pictures at the beach or pictures by my pool. I used to listen to my sisters who, when they were in water, I'd hear the water splashing, and it was so unusual to hear that for me, because of course when you're in prison, you don't see water for as long as you're in prison. I didn't see water for 25 years, maybe longer. I don't remember. I mean, I did 25 years inside, and I did my last year in a halfway house. But the important thing I'm trying to convey is you've always got to be preparing. And all I can do is show you the strategies that worked for me. I can't change the future for anyone, nor can I change the past, but I can show you how preparations can help you through any stage of the journey. And that stage may be you just learned that you're the target of a government investigation. It may be you're going through an investigation and contemplating, what should I do? It may be that you've already gone through a sentencing hearing, and you've decided to plead guilty, and you're getting ready before a pre-sentence investigation, or you may be on your way to prison. Either way, you've got to be anticipating there's always going to be challenges, there's always going to be obstacles, and there's always going to be a pathway through that will lead you to the best possible outcome. Today's journal entry, I produce these journals every day to teach people in prison, don't ever relent in your preparations. Focus, anticipate challenges, anticipate obstacles, and prepare. Your journal can become like a pole vault that you use to catapult your way over the obstacles. That's what I did, and I never asked anybody to do anything I didn't do. So let me read today's journal, and we'll talk about it on the other side of the message. So here we are. This was recorded, this journal, on July the 19th, 2023. What obstacles block prospects for success? This morning, I spoke with Harold, a man who recently finished serving a lengthy sentence in prison. Before his incarceration, Harold had a successful career. He founded a healthcare company that grew to employ hundreds of people. With several locations, the company generated eight-figure revenues. After more than 25 years of success, a bad decision led to a government investigation and a criminal conviction. Harold acknowledges his mistake, but he does not complain. While he served his sentence, Harold devoted his time to preparing for the challenges ahead. SWOT analysis. As we recommend in our course, Preparing for Success After Prison, Harold assessed his strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. He had extensive experience in business, which would serve him well as a strength, but he had the liability of a felony conviction. He perceived opportunities in building a consulting business to help people navigate crisis. His probation officer would not allow him to interact with other people who had felony backgrounds. Harold perceived that as a threat to the business he wanted to build. As a man in his 60s, Harold understood the challenges he would face in the job market. Throughout his career, the businesses he built employed more than 1,000 people. Harold offered jobs to people who promised to grow with the company when hiring. His company had to invest time and capital to integrate a new employee, and he didn't want to hire people who would quickly move on. Job market realities presented challenges for people older than 50, and a criminal background exacerbated those problems. In response, Harold launched his business. He anticipated that people like his probation officer would present obstacles. Harold did not expect to receive resistance from members of his family. When Harold laid out his plan, his son told him, "Let's be honest about your business prospects. What have you done over the past 6 years besides running your business into the ground and serving a prison sentence?" That question gave Harold a reality check. He did not consider all the obstacles he would face. Suddenly, he felt that he faced resistance from all sides. He needed a jolt of confidence. A quote from Thomas Edison could help. "I have not failed 10,000 times. I have not failed once. I have succeeded in proving that those 10,000 ways will not work." And that's a quote from Thomas Edison. Overcoming a crisis requires a powerful mindset. It also requires perseverance and preparation. While going through prison, we must anticipate all our challenges, and we need a plan to break through those challenges. The sooner we begin our preparations, the harder we work on them, the more we bolster our confidence. We have got to modify the famous lyrics of Frank Sinatra. "If I can make it in New York, I can make it anywhere." Grow stronger with preparation, and you'll say, "If I can make it after imprisonment, I can make it anywhere." The strategies that leaders taught me include 1. Define success as the best possible outcome. 2. Build a plan. 3. Prioritize the steps you must take in anticipation of obstacles. 4. Create more tools, tactics, and resources to accelerate the plan. 5. Measure progress with clear accountability metrics. 6. Adjust the plan as necessary to accommodate changing circumstances. And 7. Execute the plan every day. Those strategies will lead you to being the CEO of your life, and use them daily so that you can prepare for more success and higher levels of success. Now, I told you this is a strategy that I always use. I am always on this path of anticipating obstacles. When I was in prison, I always considered myself as being unemployable. That meant I had to create my own pathways to success. I had to create my own businesses, my own jobs, my own income streams, and I had to do so despite having never had a job. So everything was new to me. When I got out of prison, right? I mean, when I went to prison in 1987, the internet did not exist. Cell phones did not exist. Email did not exist. Videos did not exist. So everything I had to learn, and I was always investing time to develop tools, tactics, and resources like this. This is a new tool that I will use, and I will use that tool to advance my efforts toward advocacy and toward changing the law to benefit people who are in prison. And that strategy really began for me many years before, long before I got out of prison, but I'm continuing it today. In fact, if I share my screen with you, I can take you to another website here, which is, it's part of it's affiliated with our nonprofit, but it's really an area that I give away a lot of free and low cost information to help people going through the system. And at the top of it, you'll see that I have this section here called our nonprofit. And I believe it's this section here where we track our donations. So we're always tracking what we do to help people who are in the system, right? How do we strive to teach people how to grow? And if you look through here, you will not only learn about the nonprofit, but you will also see the donations that we're consistently making. Like when we receive funds, we donate a significant amount of those funds back to the nonprofits. Like we have a policy that we donate at least 10% of all of our revenues to fund this nonprofit. And that is a nonprofit that we use to help people in prison prepare for lives of meaning and relevance and dignity when they get out. But we also work with others. So like you could scroll through here and see this, how much money we've donated since we've begun this commitment of working to change the system. And, I'm really proud of that because this is a passion for me. It's a ministry to try and help people incarcerated, give them resources that will help. And since we've begun, we've donated, our company has donated nearly $500,000, $485,000, and we've received another $568,000 from like-minded people for a total of more than $1 million that we have put together to help people in prison get resources or to help formerly incarcerated people transition into a life of meaning and relevance and dignity. And we really want you to be working to sow seeds for excellence. And that means you've got to prepare for obstacles. Those obstacles are always going to come. You're always going to face resistance. Sometimes that resistance will come from the people you least expect it. You might expect it from people that work in the system because that's their job. But you might also find resistance and obstacles from the people you love and the people who love you, or from people who live with envy and they are trolls and they try to tear you down. You still have to have the strength to muster through. My name is Michael Santos. I'm the founder of Prison Professors, and I would never ask you to do anything that I'm not doing. But this effort of documenting my daily journals, this effort of continuously working to help people in prison is all part of a strategy anticipating. I know a lot of obstacles are going to come, and I've got to be positioned in a manner to catapult over those obstacles so that I could succeed in the way that I define success. Might not be the same for everybody, but the strategy will work for you. I am Michael Santos, the founder of Prison Professors, and I believe in you.